UFC 309, Jones versus Miocic takes place this weekend, and I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener with the fight between Veronica Hardy versus Eduarda Mora. Tricky one, guys. It is actually a pretty tricky one in this fight. Sorry if I'm talking weird. I just went to the dentist, so yeah, I'm probably talking a bit like a dumb fucker right now, but I'm going to go with Veronica Hardy in this fight against Eduarda Mora. I think she gets it done. I think she'll win against Eduarda Mora. Eduarda Mora is good, but she hasn't had that good win, you know what I'm saying? Like, Conejo Ruiz is terrible. I've always thought that. And then, she lost to Denise Gomez, kind of got out-grappled. I think Veronica Hardy can grapple pretty well. Should she do it here? No, because she honestly should, though, because but it's Gomez. I don't fucking know. It's women's MMA at the end of the day, but I think she can go out there and get it done. Because we saw, Denise Gomez out-grapple her and kind of just outdo her. Eduarda Mora, I think, will lose on the feet here. Because I don't think she's that good and technical on the feet than Veronica Hardy, who did beat JJ Aldrich. And not only that, she beat Jamie Linthorst as well. 2 alright wins. Those are better wins than Conejo Ruiz. So I'm going to go with her winning this one. Maybe Mora gets takedowns here and there. But on the feet, Veronica Hardy does the more damage and just outlands Mora for 2 of the rounds, I'll say. She wins like the second and third round after getting taken down early. Mora's good. Big girl for the division, but I just don't see her getting it done. I think Hardy can just land. And I've been doubting Hardy. I think she is pretty good. And I think she'll get it done. We move on up the card. Oban Elliott versus Basil Hafez. I'm going to go Oban Elliott over Basil Hafez. Basil Hafez he's alright. I wouldn't say he's good, because, if you ever want to be anything special in the welterweight division, which is where this is at, I'm guessing, yeah. Welterweight division. Because he fought JDM. You gotta whoop and destroy Mickey Gall. Even for Mike Perry. I'm a huge fan of Mike Perry. Reason why he's not in the UFC anymore. If you want to be anything, you gotta finish Mickey Gall. Finish him. Mike Malott did what he needed to do. He KO'd Mickey Gall. KO'd him. Mike Malott, stand up shit. And he slept Mickey Gall. Mike Perry couldn't do that. Basil Hafez dropped Mickey Gall all the time. Finish him. If you're any way good, finish Mickey Gall. I can't pick Basil Hafez. I don't care if he had a close fight with JDM. He was 2 on JDM. Cry more. And JDM, bad circumstances in that fight. It's like looking at Lopez versus Ige. That's not the right Lopez. He had bad circumstances leading into that with bad weight cuts. And they still beat their opponents. Lopez beat Ige and JDM beat Basil Hafez. Elliott's good, though. He beat Preston Parsons, beat Val Woodburn, but I don't think Hafez out-grapples him. I think his only chance to win this is KOing Oban Elliott. And Elliott seems composed. He seems calm. I think he'll go out there and win a boring decision by being technical and just schooling Basil Hafez really easily. Because Hafez, he isn't good. His cardio is weird. And it's just he didn't look good against Mickey Gall. He looked shit in that fight. Got hurt here and there himself. I'm just not going to pick him. Elliott would absolutely school Mickey Gall in the fight. Not make it close and look kind of mid. So I'm definitely going to go with Oban Elliott. I've fallen into his hype. I haven't fallen into Basil Hafez's hype at all. We move on up the card. Speaking of him, Mickey Gall versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I'll pick him to win this over Mickey Gall. Reason being, Mickey Gall got finished by Diego Sanchez. So usually that fight's real forgettable. I get it, it is, and it should be. Diego Sanchez completely ragdolled him and finished him. I know he gassed out, but I think Ramiz Brahimaj, not good, but like, he's alright enough, you know? Like, he can't grapple to win. And that's usually how it goes with him. On the feet in this fight, it's pretty even. But I think Ramiz can get the takedowns off in this fight. I don't mind a loss to Court McGee. Not a good look because he's an old man, but like, we also could shit talk Adesanya to losing to an old man against Jan Blachowicz. Like, it's the same thing here. I get McGee's a lot older than Blachowicz, but still, you know, he recently fought this year. I know Mickey Gall did as well, but like, I don't know, I just feel like Ramiz Brahimaj, he's alright, you know. Sam McGregor, unanimous decision loss. Close fight, kind of got outstruck. Michael Gilmore, he destroyed. Court McGee went to a decision, caught out grappled, and I get Mickey Gall can. Damn, I hate this fight. But I think Ramiz is good. Like, I think he'll be more improving here. And I think he'll get it done. Sasha Paletnikov submitted him. He has these good performances, and I think he'll get it done. I don't know. Something's telling me. I know there's no logic here at all. Mickey Gall's terrible. He doesn't get takedowns on anyone. He loses to a lot of guys. He's just awful as a fighter. Loses to Morono. Like, that's the test. Like, can you do something against Alex Morono? You can't. You get scolded for 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm gonna trust Ramiz. No logic at all here. It's a shit fucking bum fight. Should be the regional scenes, but like, I'm gonna pick him to win. Doing alright against Max Griffin. Like, I think I'll trust him to be more improving. You know, he trains. Where does he train at? Fortis MMA. They must have something behind this guy. I bet you they don't. I bet you they fucking want him gone. But still, I'm sure I trust that more than fucking wherever the fuck Mickey Gall is training. And that's in Gracie, New Jersey. Fuck off! Who trains there? No one. And I know Jeff Neal and some other guys train at Fortis, so. And like Joe Pfeiffer and that. I trust that way more than fucking LJ Raboli. We move on. Up the card. I'll go Ramiz. Who cares though? I think he's just more physical and just less sore. Marcin Tybura versus Jonathan Deniz. I'm gonna go with I chased by a B there. I'm gonna go Jonathan Deniz. I think he'll get the job done here. I know a lot of people might be taking Marcin Tybura. I'm not. Like, I just think Marcin Tybura, must be a time where this guy gets brutally flattened again, and I feel like there's a level of striker that can beat him. Like, I get, like, Aspinall and Volkov were the ones to beat him. Outside of Spivak, who did sub him for, like, an arm bar. I'm talking the strikers, though. Like, Aspinall slept him. Aspinall's legit elite. Let's go, Aspinall. Let's go, Tommy Aspinall. Aspinall, like, we all know Aspinall is awesome. Volkov, let's go Volkov. Like, Volkov is an insane striker for the division. Jonathan Deniz is the next upcoming guy. And I'm not just saying that, he definitely fucking is. It is. And he is. Like, he's a former glory kickboxer. Skill-wise on the feet, he's good. Alright, but hyping this guy up. He's very fucking good. Alright. When, like, 6 to 8 rounds with, in 2013 when he was young, and lost a unanimous decision to Rico Verhoeven. That's fucking impressive, man. It just fucking is. Then he went in the UFC and beat Carl Williams, so he passed the grappler test there. Beat Williams and beat him for 3 rounds. Beat Austin Lane. was supposed to fight Derek Lewis. Alright, but Lewis pulled out, because guess what? Lewis is a pussy. Alright, he was going to whoop Derek Lewis's ass. Now, he's going to whoop Marcin Tybura, because we've seen this guy tested in the wrestling against guys like Carl Williams. And Tybura, I bet you will just stand there and just fucking swing until he gets hurt and then shoot a takedown. And I think Williams is arguably a better wrestler. So Marcin's good. I see a bad outcome here for him, though. Like, he is alright. He's not... I need something good. Good is a word that is good. He's alright. Like, he is good, though. Like, for heavyweight Marcin Tybura, like, he is no slouch, but I think Jonathan Deniz is going to be something. I think we're going to see Deniz versus Aspinall for the heavyweight title someday. You know, like, I think he is the next upcoming guy, and I think he will sleep Marcin Tybura. Because Marcin Tybura, I just think he's too hittable. And you can't afford to get hit by a guy like Deniz, who is slick on the feet skill-wise itself. He's like a Cyril Gahn, Derek Lewis-esque. That's fucking scary. So, I'm going to go with, like, first round KO quickly in here for Deniz. Yeah, I like him here. If you're picking Marcin Tybura, you're dumb. You just haven't done your research. He stopped the takedowns of Carl Williams and still got back up when he did get taken down. Okay, if you're picking Tybura, you're dumb. Simple. I'm going to go Deniz, first round KO. We move on up the card. Jim Miller versus Damon Jackson. I'm going to go Jim Miller. I trust Jim Miller in this one. I know Jim Miller's... I picked him a bunch of times and he's let me down, but I trust him here. I trust Jim Miller here in this fight. Damon Jackson, there's just nothing good about him. Good BJJ. I will give that to Damon Jackson. He's got good slick jiu-jitsu. Like, at moments, he does have good jiu-jitsu to get the back and shit, but I just don't think he's that good. Like, takedown-wise, he can't get takedowns on people, and Jim Miller can be held down, and Jackson is moving up here. So maybe he will look a bit bigger than Jim Miller, who is kind of a bit of a small guy. But height-wise, he is really small. You have to admit. But still, he's got power to put you away. He's got some of this. He's got good jiu-jitsu himself. And I think if they both negate the grappling here on the ground, Damon Jackson doesn't shoot for a takedown. Jim Miller doesn't shoot for a takedown. Who's gonna win on the feet? We'll get to Craig and Nickel in a second, because I kind of have the same thoughts of that in this. But same kind of fight. It's gonna be Jim Miller, who has power, shown a good chin, and other than when he flukely flying. Wait, who did he do against fucking Pat Sabatini again? Yeah, he landed. No, he landed a front kick. Front kick right in the face, right when Sabatini was coming in. I don't see him doing that fluke shit. So am I gonna trust Miller's power or Jackson's power? Miller's. Am I gonna trust Miller's chin or Jackson's chin? Miller's. Am I gonna trust Miller's striking defense more or Damon Jackson's striking defense more? Miller's. So I'm just gonna go first round KO. No, you know what? I'll say first round KO. Knockdown. No, I'll say he drops Damon Jackson and then gets like a guillotine. Done. Mark this right now. He hurts Damon Jackson in round 1 and gets a guillotine with that big ass alien head and taps him out. We move on. Up the card. Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. I'm gonna go with... Oh, fucking Weidman. You old dumbass. I can't pick him. Like, even if he wins, like, it just won't make any sense. But Anders is mid, but Anders does have some heat in his hands. I know sometimes he can play a bit of a pussy clinch game, but if he's smart, he knows that KOing Weidman's the way to win this. So I'm going to trust in the IQ of Anders here. he hasn't really shown bad fight IQ in the past, so I'm going to trust him to get this one done by KO in the first round over Chris Weidman, who is just an old man. Did beat Bruno Silva, cheated in that fight, 1-2 eye poke. Was probably going to win that anyways, but Silva's shit, you know? Silva isn't good. Anders is alright, consistent. He's never really going on a losing streak spiral. He will win a fight. He'll lose 2 at most. And at the time, Andre Menez subbed for an armbar. I don't see Weidman submitting him with an armbar in this fight like Menez can. And Gideon Park, although that should have been a unanimous decision, loss, did alright in that fight against Park. So, I'm going to trust him to look good here. I'm going to trust him to look great here and get himself a first round KO. Anders does have some power in his hands. He can hurt people. I think he will hurt Weidman and put him away. So, I'm going to go Anders, landing big, putting him away. Chris Weidman, who is old, looks shit against Tavares. Hopefully he wins Weidman, since there's more fights. There is some fights like Weidman versus this guy or this prospect, or Weidman versus Reina de Ritter. That's a good fight. There's some of that, you know. Kind of wish Rockhold was still around, because Rockhold would have been 6 matchups if he was still around. It's actually gone now though. But I'll pick him. I'll pick Anders to get this one done. We move on up the card. Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGee. Well, thing is, what I've seen here, Martinez is very good. Low leg kicks, calf kicks, all of it he's so good at. His boxing suspect, although kind of exposed him, but although couldn't really quite get the finish, because it was his comeback fight and he just couldn't quite get away. Martinez and put him away in that fight. Not get away, Martinez. Put him away in that fight, though. Because his comeback fight after 2 years nearly off. But Marcus McGee has slick boxing. He does have power. Got good head kicks. He's a really good bantamweight, in my opinion. Good grappling as well. I just don't see what Martinez has that will make Marcus McGee respect him. That's the worry I have for Martinez. So I am going to go Marcus McGee getting a quick KO in this fight. Or somehow I'll say he drops him and puts him away at the end of the round. We've seen Martinez dropped and hurt. His striking defense is suspect. His boxing itself is suspect. Grappling, I think Marcus McGee will take here if it needs to be there or ends up there. So I'm going to go Marcus McGee. I think I like him here a lot. I think he's better than Martinez. And I'll take him here. I'll take him to get this one done. Yeah, I think he wins. I think he gets it done. Don't see the leg kicks working out here. And I know he's beating a lot of guys. Saeed, he pushed up against the fence. I don't see him pushing up Marcus McGee against the fence. So yeah, I'm going to take him to win this. Marcus McGee will win this fight. Only thing I worry with him is he doesn't have much experience. Does he have an amateur background? I'm trying to see. Does he have an amateur background? He doesn't. Well, yes, he does. He does have some fights. Okay, I trust him here. I think he'll win this. Yeah, we move on up the card. Mauricio Ruffy versus James Luntop. Well, guys, I'm going to pick James Luntop to beat Mauricio Ruffy. It just makes all the sense now. Mauricio Ruffy's too good, and he's going to smoke James Luntop in round 1. It's just... he's too good. I know he's a bit hyped up, but he is good, man. You can see it in him. Jamie Mullarkey's not good. Not really a good example for him to beat, and I really do hope they give him a decent name after this. I know he's supposed to play Charlie Campbell. That would have been interesting, but I think he would have smoked Campbell. But still, Mauricio Ruffy, I think, is too good. Too good. You know, I think he's better. I think he's better than James Luntop, who isn't good, man. Who isn't good. No good stand-up. No good ground game. He's just tough, and you're not going to win a fight against Mauricio Ruffy or anyone if you're just relying on toughness. Marvin Vettori came by because he had some decent grappling. That's why he made it to the top. I don't know how he's still at the top. Dude, Vettori, next fight, bro, he gets smoked by anyone. Put him against anyone, he will get destroyed. But still, you know? No good grappling. Got smoked by Chris Padilla. They got choked out in that fight. Alright. Then loses to Borshev in a striking fight. Mauricio Ruffy has many ways to win this, and he will win by first round KO. He's just levels ahead of James on top. We move on up the card. Karine Silva versus Viviane Araújo. I'm going to go... You know what? Araújo's a live underdog here. What are the odds? She is a live underdog because I don't really see much in Karine Silva's stand-up. That's like so wow. She doesn't really have that power like usually a female Brazilian does have. But like... Araújo's terrible, and she does just lose on the ground, so I will pick Silva because of that. Silva is better skill-wise on the feet, but Araújo does have some heat. So she is a live underdog, but I can't pick her, you know. Silva dropped her, Hebos dropped her, Grosswell scolded her, Caitlin Sermon. Who the hell is that? Oh, Caitlin Chukagian, probably her new name, yeah. Caitlin Chukagian, you know, beat her. And then she beat Alexis Davis, Montana De La Rosa, Roxanne Modafferi, Andrea Lee, Jennifer Maya. Good win there, I will give her that. But still, nothing crazy. Nothing too fucking crazy. So I'm not going to pick her. I can't. I don't see her out grappling Karine Silva, and I think this will be I'll say a leg lock submission win for Karine Silva. I take Araújo doing all right on the feet. Karine Silva shoots for a takedown, Araújo gets stuck in a leg lock, I'll say. So I'll say Karine Silva leg lock submission win. Round 1, I'll say. We move on up the card. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. I'm going to go for Bo Nickel over Paul Craig. I have to. Paul Craig, he's just, other than the BJJ, which I think Nickel will figure out really easily. I think people are just looking at this like, oh, Nickel the wrestler against the BJJ artist that submitted Ankalaev and Jamal Hill and Krylov, which was a good win. Good for Craig there, but he will defeat Bo Nickel. It doesn't work like that. Nickel's got... I think Paul Craig can rely on one thing in this fight. And actually 2 things. 1, Nickel puts himself in a triangle or gets locked in a triangle and it's over. 2, Nickel gasses out, which I don't think happens. Nickel's a wrestler. You usually gain good endurance off of that. I think that fucking Bo Nickel is just better than Paul Craig. I think he can out-wrestle him. Paul Craig got out-wrestled by Ankalaev for 3 rounds. Craig couldn't do anything to him till the last second where Ankalaev tapped. Like an idiot he is. Alright? 1 second. Couldn't just risk going out cold. Then at least if we went to after the 3 rounds, it would have been controversial, would have been controversial. I still think he would have been alright. It was for 2 seconds. You're good. Got wrestled the whole fight up there. Out-wrestled early by Krylov. Brendan Allen fucked him up easily. Took him down and submitted him and controlled him. Easy win. And then recently Baralho flattened him out cold. There's so many ways to beat this guy. Bo Nickel can KO him in round 1. Because Nickel can land shot. He has good hands, I'd say. No skilled stand-up there, technical here and there. like, Pereira. But, like, he can land and put you away. Alright? And he can out wrestle Paul Craig and submit him. The thing with Nickel is he doesn't go for classic submissions. He needs to work on that more. He goes for like fucking ninja chokes or triangle chokes. He's not really common submissions. I want to see him go for like a rear naked choke, arm triangle. This normal stuff. I know he did submit Pickett with an arm triangle. And he submitted what's his name with a rear naked choke recently as well. You know what? I'll take Nickel. I'm wrong about that. He has been looking good with these submissions recently. I'm actually going to pick him by submission or first round KO. First round finish regardless for Bo Nickel. I'll pick him. We move on up the card. Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. I see a lot of people picking Chandler, man. People have tempted me, man. I can't. Not just because I love Charles Oliveira. It's just like Chandler's let me down so fucking much, man. So I just can't. I can't trust him. And plus, I think Oliveira will beat him. Like, Oliveira's good, man. He's still in his prime. Oh, he lost a split decision to Sarukian. It's over for Oliveira. No. It's over for Chandler more so. Like, I don't know what people are really saying here. Like, that was a very close fight against Arman Sarukian. I had Arman 2-1. No bias. Like, I do think Arman did it, but still. Oliveira, it's Arman Sarukian. The next guy that will beat Islam Makhachev, in my opinion. I have Arman Sarukian. To be honest with you, I think he will beat Islam and shock a lot of people. A lot of people. Everyone. I think he will do it. Because I think he's got the best. I think he can do this, honestly, against Makhachev. Not sold on it, but I think he can do it. But still. Charles Oliveira won round 1, lost round 2, round 3 got controlled the whole time, but then had almost a submission attempt. And it was a very close fight. I leaned Arman 2-1 because Charles didn't do enough damage. Michael Chandler isn't going to KO Charles because Charles has been here and done that, unless his chin's just disappeared. Which it wasn't really out. That's what I like about Charles. His chin's never been that great. But he's always taken it, like, fall into his back. Charles, I think, has kind of been figured out in terms of the wrestling. People can't out-wrestle him, and that's what I'm worried about here against a guy like Chandler, who can wrestle, but are we going to trust him to? Like, this is the thing. You know, oh my goodness, he's out-grappling Poirier, out-wrestling him. The Chandler pickers might be correct here. He fucks up a win and gets submitted. Like, I like Chandler. I just think he won't win. Charles has got BJJ. And he's fighting guys like Sarukian and Makhachev. Chandler's BJJ, I just don't think will last with Charles here. If it's not going to last against a guy like fucking Poirier, who Charles subbed, by the way, and held down. I think Charles will win. I think he's better. 5 rounds, I think, benefits him here as well. He isn't the greatest, but it can last. Chandler's gassed as like nothing after a few rounds. 5 rounds benefits Charles. Activity benefits Charles. Chandler got stalled by McGregor for 2 years. I can't pick him. It's too much of a risk. He can win. Charles has got power as well. Chandler's also really chinny. Charles, I think, has better placement in shots, where Chandler just throws his arms out there. He put down Gaethje. I didn't see fucking Chandler drop Gaethje. You know? I didn't see Chandler, like, gas out Poirier like Oliveira did. So I'm going to go Charles. I think he's good enough to win this. He KO'd Chandler before. There's more of a confidence boost for him there. I think he'll win this. Counter hooks. Knees to the body. I just worry about his wrestling. Him just laying on his back and Chandler landing shots on top. But I think he'll latch up something if needed. I'll go Charles, first round KO or submission, like the nickel pick. We move on up the card. Stipe Miocic. Holy shit, it's been 30 fucking minutes. Hopefully this is worth it. I'm gonna go John Jones. Stipe, I get it. A lot of people are picking him here. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see Stipe being the once prime he once was to beat a guy like Jones. And even then it was like, oh, it's 50-50. I just don't see it. I think Jones is still more of an athlete. It's where Stipe is just done, I think. He'll take this fight and lose. Like, I just think Jones, compared to the two of them, has wanted this more. And has been prepping for this more, and it's more serious about this. I'm gonna go Jones, man. Age difference factors in this. Stipe's 42 years old. Yeah, he's gonna beat Jones, guys. Watch Saturday night. I'm coming back to this. Stipe's gonna beat Jones. It's not gonna happen. I'm hoping Stipe wins. Fuck Jones for what he's done, and I will make a video about him. About Aspinall and how if he retires Saturday, his whole legacy's fucking stained. Because he ducked Tom and couldn't take it because he was a bitch. We'll see, though. But I just think Jones... Don't see Stipe out grappling Jones. I don't think that's going to happen in this fight. I don't see him KOing Jones. Jones has always had a really good chin. You know? Like, I think if he beats Jones, it'll be because Jones gasses out or something. Stipe pours it on. That's the only thing I see here. I don't see him flattening Jones out cold. Who Stipe flattened out cold. DC couldn't flatten out cold. He landed big shots on DC, and DC didn't go unconscious. You know? Like, I don't see him doing that to Jones. I just don't see it. Eye pokes, oblique kicks. It's just all a factor, and I just think the 12-6 is now legal. Illegal knees are now legal. Legal knees, legal 12-6. And I think if he gets Stipe down once, which I think will happen early here, if DC can do it, I think Jones can as well. It's just going to be a fucking slaughter fest with him slashing elbows right between Stipe's eyes, and it's just blood's gushing out, and people are regretting their Stipe prediction, and it's just like, it's over. I'm going to go Jones, late first round TKO or early second round TKO. It's not going to be good. Some people are picking decision for Jones. I don't think Stipe is going to last like Reyes can in his prime because Reyes wants it. Stipe's had the gold. He's had this and that. He's had all of it. Santos and Reyes haven't. Reyes should have beaten him, I get it, but Reyes, there's a hunger difference, man. Santos hasn't had that moment. He was close. Still couldn't do it, though. Reyes should have gotten the decision, though, I will say that. But he whooped Gone easily. Gonna go Jones. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I got John Jones. TKO. Ground pound. Late first round. Early second round. If I had a lean one, I'll lean early second round. I'll say second round TKO for Jones. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.